What's up, Bison? I'm here with Dedrick Parsons of HU Football, aka number 31. He is a running back who just received MEAC Preseason Honors. Thanks again for logging on. Can I get a Howard intro for the Bison at home?
My name is Dedrick Parson. I'm a senior sports medicine major from Philly.
So, congratulations on receiving MEAC Preseason Honors. These aren't your first accolades. You racked up a few last preseason and you secured that MEAC Rookie of the Year bag in 2018. So, thumbs up. What has contributed to your success on the gridiron and what are your long-term goals?
Contributed to my success is really just my work ethic, really just trying to be as consistent as possible, really. Also, just having great coaches and teammates around me that push me, that look at me as a leader. So, really just got to uphold my standards and set the standard as well. And that really has just been the blueprint for me, just working hard, just having that grit and always having that chip on my shoulder, being a former walk-on. And for my long-term goals, is really to just make it to the NFL. That's my plan A. I'm sticking to my plan. I got it. I got it. So, I mean, other than that, I'm well educated, Howard degree, so I'll be fine.
That's true. Bison move different, and we look forward to that magic. But since your matriculation is continuing during COVID, how did you react to the decision not to play in the fall?
Not to play in the fall was really, it was shocking, but I mean, it's understandable because health does come first. I most definitely want everyone to be healthy before anything. You can't do nothing without your body. So that was probably the best decision. I mean, you see a lot of colleges doing it. Pretty much the best decision that can happen right now. We planning forward though, so NCAA is coming up with a lot of different things for the players that are seniors and stuff like that. So supposed to have a season in the spring, and whatever happens, happens. I'm ready for whatever. I'm still training every day, every morning, every night. So I'll be ready for whatever, whenever.
Okay, so no quarantine 15.
No, never. No quarantine 15 for me. I'm still the same. I'm out probably 15 pounds of muscle, if that.
Okay, love to see it. You talked about what NCAA has going on with the spring season. How do you feel about them playing a season in the spring and in the fall? That sounds a little gruesome to me.
But like, I mean, if you're a football player, that's just it come with it. It don't matter if we played in the spring. It don't matter. I mean, it's gonna be cold. I know that it's gonna be a little cold, but I'm a January baby anyway, so I'm used to the cold. So that, I mean, that's pretty much nothing to me. But I mean, if you're a football player, then it shouldn't matter when you play. I mean, you should be ready at all times. So my brothers, I know they're gonna be ready. I'm ready. So whatever happens, we gonna be ready. Gonna be ready.
Okay. Okay, so in that spirit, do you agree with we want to play campaign?
I agree with the players. I know every player is different. Let me put it that way. Every player is different. Every player knows what's best for them. Um, I wouldn't have mind playing in this fall. I mean, but some players have higher risk factors than others. So it was best to just not play at all. I mean, but a lot of players know what's best for them and their family. So if they felt as though, like Trevor Lawrence said, that campaign that they had wanting to play in the fall, it was probably best for them and their family. So I support all football players because we all work the same. We all go long hours and student athletes. So I support every student athlete. Football doesn't matter what sport. So I'm with it all.
Okay, you're with it all. So speaking of support, how has it been for your team dealing with all these changes? I know you just got a new head coach right before we left for the spring semester, and there's some new
Right.
additions to the roster. So how have you all been able to stay in contact this offseason?
We meet 3 times a week, so we pretty much. I mean, we talk often. We got a lot of stuff going on with connection to our freshmen. We got a lot of in-house things that we do all week long that just bring the freshmen along, the sophomores, the juniors. We got a big brother program with some of the seniors taking on the roles of being a big brother to the freshmen, and our coaches are great. Honestly, Coach Scott, him and his staff that he brought in is amazing. So far, the energy is nothing like I've seen. So, I mean, just us, we meet. we still talk football, we still talk families, we still talk how we doing mentally. We have doctors, team doctors that we talk to. So I mean, we good. We good. We still talking. We still working. As you can see, my board is behind me where I write my plays down. So I'm still working, just like everybody else working. I'm still working.
Actually, I do see that motivation. We love to see it. So we're in the MEAC. We have an unparalleled culture. Our homecomings are the best. We know North Carolina A&T is leaving the conference. That's a different conversation. We also know the FAMU is leaving the squad. So, what have you
Right.
missed this season from a cultural standpoint? Like for the people who don't know how lit this is, what are we missing out on?
We missing out on history. It's always history. When our homecoming or our games is always history. Is always former Bison coming, former family. Um, it's crazy. Like the people that you just see walking on campus that you probably never see again in your life. So you're really missing out on a lot of history. But I mean, history repeats itself. So it's gonna be more big names to come. It's gonna be more big people to come. It's gonna be more events, stuff like that. So it's always Howard is always gonna be that historical figure where it's always gonna be the same. So I mean, we got a future, so it ain't over.
It's not. Howard is usually top two, but not number two. So speaking of big names, you want to see perform at a Zoom Yard Fest?
I'm from Philly, so I gotta see Meek perform. I gotta see Meek. I gotta see. I that's my top one. That's who I. Before I leave, I wanted to see Meek. I know he was supposed to before, but if we had that, I gotta see him.
Yeah, I feel like Dreams and Nightmares is kind of like an unofficial song at Howard.
Most definitely.
We'll ever see this to pull up.
Most definitely.
Okay, so it's been nice talking to you. I have one last question.
Yeah. I feel like I mean Tom Brady has a legacy already that can't be broken or can't be rewritten by anybody. So I mean, how important I think it is for them to be successful. They got their own dynasty right now. They writing their own story. So it's really whatever they put into it. Is as any team, all 32 teams can win a Super Bowl. Is that's what it comes down to. I feel like Tom Brady with Gronk and Leonard Fournette. They also got Shady McCoy back there. They got a line. So how important I think it is, I think it's however important they make it. So whatever they want, they can fulfill. So I know they got a Tom Brady. So that's the GOAT. That's the greatest quarterback of all time. So whatever he wanted to happen is going to happen. Unfortunately for the other teams, but that's just how it goes.